Private label sources. The type and overall quality of private label you use will directly impact your ability to generate income by selling these packages. When it comes to finding exceptional private label online, it's often a difficult challenge, especially with such a great number of PLR directories online that offer low-quality, overly saturated packages. When it comes to building your online brand and developing a high-profit system that offers repurposes PLR packages, you need to focus on purchasing only the highest quality content possible. You also need to ensure that the packages you purchase are limited in terms of distribution, so that you aren't competing with thousands of other marketers selling the exact same thing. And there's yet another factor to consider. You want to make sure, where possible, that the private label content you use comes directly from the developer or writer, rather than a third-party provider. This way, you can gain access to the newest private label content online the minute it becomes available, as well as be absolutely sure of the rights and terms associated with each release. Regardless of the private label provider that you decide to work with, you want to run each product through a quick series of tests prior to spending any time repackaging it with the intent to sell under your name. For starters, check to determine when the package was released, as well as how many copies are currently in circulation. Remember, it will be a lot harder to resell the content if it's been available for a long time online or is being sold at rock-bottom prices by other marketers. A quick and easy way to determine saturation and potential distribution for each product that you are considering using is by entering in either the title of the product or a portion of the content into Google.com. Since the majority of marketers using private label will fail to rearrange the content, repackage it appropriately, or even rename the package itself, it will be relatively easy to determine just how many people are selling the product in your market. Once you have verified that only a limited number of copies are in distribution, you will want to take it a step further by personally evaluating the content and ensuring that it is of high quality. Since you will ultimately attach your name and brand to every PLR product that you distribute, you want to make sure that you have a solid source of content to work with. Besides, the higher quality the product is, the less work it will take to repackage the product for distribution. The entire objective of using private label content is to minimize the time you spend developing your own product line, so that you want to absolutely ensure that the content is in good condition, and that you will be able to make a few minor tweaks and have it ready in no time. Of course, you also need to survey the overall profitability of your market to determine whether the actual product is in demand. Do people actively search for help or information on the topic? Is there a decent-sized customer base? Are other marketers selling similar products successfully? You can review the profitability as well as the overall popularity of a market by using a combined collection of resources, including online forums, online marketplaces, and search engines. Online forums are a great way to identify whether a product is likely to be in demand once you release it. Start off by searching for forums relating to your niche market, and then browsing through existing threads and discussions to determine how many people are interested in your product's topic. Online marketplaces, including clickbank.com, is a fantastic way of locating lucrative markets worth exploring. Since ClickBank is a digital marketplace, it's extremely easy to pinpoint what topics are selling, as well as the overall demand and competition. Search engines are yet another quick and easy method of evaluating potential niche markets. By simply searching Google.com by entering in relevant keywords based on the topic of the product, you will be able to determine the number of competing products available online, as well as the overall demand for each product. By entering in keywords plus PLR into the search engines, you will be able to locate potential products that you can add to your back-end system. You can also chisel down your search even more by encasing your search query in quotations to ensure that the entire keyword phrase is included on the listing pages. Remember, with private label, you are not restricted by the niche market you enter into. So if you find a particular niche overly competitive or have difficulty finding high-quality private label focusing on that market, search for something else. The possibilities when using private label as the initial source for your website content makes it relatively easy to explore dozens of markets before settling on a handful of surefire earners. So take the time to evaluate a handful of markets and then locate high-quality PLR content packages based on each topic. To help you get started, here are my top resources for high-quality private label developers. These websites serve as direct sources of PLR, so you can rest assured that you are purchasing licenses from the developers rather than a third-party merchant. RockStarPLR.com, PLRWholesaler.com, PLRVideoDirect.com, and JetDigitals.com.